My name is Lena Ward. People often call me Little Lena because I am small and quiet. I was born in a strange and sorrowful place, the Riverstone Debt Prison in London. My father had been locked there for many years because he could not pay what he owed. I was born behind tall walls and iron gates, yet I never blamed him. I loved him with all my heart. As a child, I believed Riverstone Prison was the entire world. I watched people enter and leave, some crying, some shouting, some laughing too loudly just to hide their pain. Every morning the heavy gates opened for visitors. Some brought food, others brought comfort. I only had my mother's picture. She passed away when I was very young. Father told me she was gentle and lovely. I like to imagine she watched over us. People in the prison called my father the Elder of Riverstone because he had been there so long, everyone respected him. He always dressed neatly and spoke softly, as if he were still a wealthy man. People came to him for advice. Even when we had little to eat, he kept his dignity. I admired him deeply. But at night, when he thought I was asleep, I sometimes heard him whisper, "One day, Lena, we will be free." When I grew old enough, I was allowed to leave the prison during the day to work. I became a seamstress for wealthy ladies. They praised my sewing, but they never knew I returned to a prison each night. I feared they would stop giving me work if they knew the truth. Every coin I earned went to my father. He would smile and say, "You are my comfort, Lena." I had a brother named Ray, older than me, but careless. He hated work, wasted money, and often got into trouble. I tried to guide him, but he only laughed and said, "Don't worry, little Lena, something good will happen soon." My sister Mira was different. She was proud and beautiful. She danced on stage in fine clothes and sweet perfumes. She visited us sometimes, but she never wanted anyone to know we belonged to Riverstone. Her words hurt me, but I understood. Few people carry shame easily. My days were simple: working, cooking, washing, and caring for Father. At night I sat beside him while he spoke of better days, days with bright houses, music, and gardens. He talked about my mother, about light, about laughter, but sometimes his voice shook with memories of all he had lost. One day a new visitor arrived at the prison, a tall, gentle man with thoughtful eyes, Elias Rowan. He had just returned to England after many years abroad. He looked sad, as if life had not been kind to him. When he saw me helping my father, he stopped and asked, "Do you live here?" "Yes, sir," I whispered. "So young," he murmured. From that moment, Elias began visiting often. He spoke kindly to Father, asked questions about his long imprisonment, and said he wished to help. Father admired him greatly, calling him a true gentleman. Elias once told me about his own sorrow. A strict mother, Mrs. Rowan, a woman cold as stone, who believed more in punishment than love. He said she kept secrets he wished he understood. One day, Mrs. Rowan herself called me to her home. The house was dark and silent. She questioned me coldly about our past, about my father's debts, even about an old gold watch he once owned. I left confused and frightened. Elias grew more curious. "There is a hidden truth here," he told me, "something that connects your family and mine." Weeks passed until one afternoon a man arrived at the prison carrying official documents. He bowed and said, "Mr. Ward, I bring wonderful news. Your debts have been cleared. You are a free man." For a moment, Father could not breathe. Then he whispered, "Free? I can leave?" "Yes, sir," the man replied. Tears filled my eyes. We had dreamed of this moment for years. We walked out of Riverstone Prison that very day. I looked back at the only home I had ever known, and felt frightened and free all at once. Elias soon explained everything. A forgotten inheritance had finally reached us. Father didn't question it. He was too happy. We left London and moved to Florence, a warm city full of music and sunlight. Father wanted to live as a gentleman again. Mira shined on stage. Ray wasted money as always. I continued sewing for peace of mind. Elias visited us in Florence. He looked older, burdened with worries about his ill mother. Our families are linked in ways I still do not understand, he told me. I listened gently. But trouble was coming. A wealthy and trusted banker named Mr. Caro collapsed financially. Thousands lost everything, including us. Father fell into despair. His pride broke him. His health faded quickly. I cared for him day and night, but nothing could save him from his own sorrow. One night he held my hand and whispered, "Forgive me." "You never needed to ask," I told him. He passed away gently, leaving me alone. I returned to London with almost nothing. One evening I walked past Riverstone Prison, the place where my life had begun. The gates stood silent. I whispered goodbye. Then I learned that Elias had been imprisoned there as a debtor. The man who helped everyone now suffered alone. I went to him immediately. He looked fragile, exhausted. "Lena, why are you here?" "To help you," I said softly. He tried to refuse, but I held his hand. "You once gave me hope. Let me give it back." For weeks I visited every day. I brought food, clean clothes, and comfort. We talked about simple things: the river breeze, evening rain, memories. "You are my comfort, Lena," he often said, and those words warmed my heart. One evening a letter arrived. Elias read it, stunned. "Lena, my debts have been paid. I am free." We walked out of the prison together as the sky grew soft and pale. This time, the gates did not feel like chains. They felt like doors closing on an old sorrow. We rented a small room near the river. It was simple but peaceful. I made it warm with flowers and cloth. Elias began working again. We had little, but we were not afraid. We had each other, and we were finally, truly free.
In the end, life taught me one simple truth: no matter how heavy the burden feels, there's always a new beginning waiting for us. Some people break us, some heal us, and some become lesson we carry forever. But every step, every tear, and every silent prayer shapes us into someone stronger than before.